Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here with Sweet Pea, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. And so for today, I thought we would share a recipe for you that we're preparing for St. Patrick's Day, and just to give you an update on how things are going with my new sofa. I've been sleeping on it now for about 4 nights, I think, something like that, and so I'm feeling much better. I'm getting, much better rest, and the fluid that was on my body, on my feet and my legs, is all coming off. And I feel a whole lot better. I'm sleeping, 8 hours a day now instead of just 4 or 5. And so anyway, I can do 4 or 5 nights and hours a night, for like a night or two, but then after that it catches up with me. But this had been going on for weeks and weeks, and I was having to take I was sleeping in like 3-hour increments, 2 and 3 hour increments, and then I'd wake up like after 6 hours of interrupted sleep like that, and then I'd take a nap in the middle of the day. And so it just caught up with me, and I was so exhausted. And the reason is because I couldn't get my feet elevated in the chair that I was sitting in. It was actually a love seat. But anyway, we got the new sofa now. It's a motorized sofa. It's one of those lay flat sleepers, and it's got there's like 5 buttons on it. It's really cool. And one of the buttons lays you flat out, and another button will help you lift your head up just a little bit, while you're in that lay flat position. And so that really works for me. And so the other buttons are to, adjust back and forth. And then, of course, there's one button that just kind of folds the whole thing up and puts you back in a sit-up, upright position. So anyway, it's a really, really neat sofa. And it's got nice wide seats, and there's a USB outlet on the side, around you stick your hand over the armrest, and down there on the side where the buttons are, there's a USB outlet where you can plug up your phone or your device or whatever. And so it's really kind of cool. And so anyhow, the dogs and I both are excited about the sofa, and we're taking advantage of it, and it's a really helpful piece of furniture. And so I'm sleeping much better. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off for right now. We're gonna get into the recipe, and I'm gonna show you what to do for a low carb St. Patrick's Day meal that's absolutely delicious. And then I'll come back and chat with you for another minute or so at the end. Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and let's talk keto. So what is a great meal to prepare for St. Patrick's Day other than corned beef and cabbage? And so this is extremely low carb, hardly any carbs in this at all. And so we've got a lovely beef brisket, a corned beef brisket here that we purchased with the seasoning packet came inside, and all we have to do is cook this in the oven for about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours until the middle of the meat is done. And we went ahead and arranged a whole head of cabbage around it, and there's about a cup and a cup and a half of water down in the bottom of the pan. And so while that is in the oven on 300 degrees working its magic, I'm gonna make a salad. And so we're just gonna do a simple salad today, Mediterranean style. We're going to use a cucumber and a little bit of red onion, and I've got some of these grape tomatoes today, and we're going to use a little bit of feta cheese and a balsamic vinaigrette dressing, which is extremely low carb. It's like 2 grams of carbs per serving. And so this whole entire meal, the meat, the cabbage, and the salad, is going to be about a total of 6 carbs per serving. So anyhow, I'm going to get this in the oven and get the salad made, and then we'll come back and show you what everything looks like. Okay, y'all, this is what my salad looks like before I add the dressing, and I decided at the last minute that I was going to use some crumbled up feta cheese and add into the bowl as well. And then I have, along with the balsamic vinaigrette, I have a zesty Italian that I want to mix in also because it has less carbs. And so if I just use half of one and half of the other, that'll cut down on the carbs. And so anyway, I'm gonna finish assembling this, and I'm going to dress it, and I'm going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator, and then let it marinate for a little bit with some salt and pepper. And then when the meal comes out of the oven, this should be ready to go. All right, y'all, we just took this out of the oven. It's hot and steamy. This is the corned beef and the cabbage, and you can see that the cabbage has browned in some areas. It's caramelized in some places. And the last 30 minutes of the cook time was where we peeled off the aluminum foil. We had it covered for about an hour and a half, and then the last 30 minutes we took the aluminum foil off. But look at that meat, y'all. I mean, it looks amazing. Cannot wait to carve into it and plate this up. All right, let's scoot over here and I'll show you the salad. All right, so I added the feta cheese and the dressing and the salt and pepper, and then we put a little bit of cilantro as an herb to garnish it with. And so that's what the salad looks like. These little grape tomatoes add some really nice sweetness to the dish, and it's fresh and it's crispy, and it's just going to be just the right amount of acidity to kind of cut through the richness of the corned beef and the cabbage. So anyhow, we're going to plate this up, and then I'll show you what our plate looks like. Okay, y'all, and here is the finished plate. You've got the corned beef. It looks so yummy and tender, and you've got that caramelized cabbage and that crisp, fresh salad with that little bit of acidity in there from the dressing, and it's just going to be a really well-balanced meal. This is very keto friendly. Like I said earlier, about 6 carbs per serving. So this is a wonderful meal for St. Patrick's Day, and there's plenty of it that we made, so we'll be eating on this for a couple of days. So anyway, I just wanted to share this meal with you guys. Really super easy to fix. It's just a matter of chopping and preparing, and then of course putting it all together for the oven, and then the seasoning. And that's, I mean, the seasoning is just basically salt and pepper. I mean, it's just really super easy. Okay, well, that's it on this part of the video. Thank you. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so you see that meal is absolutely beautiful on the plate. And even though you've got cabbage and a salad, you don't really feel like you're eating two green things, you know, because the salad has got those bright colors, you know, the cucumber and the tomato and the onion and a little bit of that cilantro, and it got that nice bite to it, that vinegar bite, you know, from the dressing. And so anyhow, the richness of the corned beef, you know, with the caramelized sweetness of the cabbage and then that vinegar bite, it's just it's like a party on your palate. It's a really great meal. If you wanted to, you could fix the corned beef with some sauerkraut and then layer it on your plate with some Swiss cheese and just melt it all and have like a deconstructed Reuben, you know, minus the rye bread, and fix some coleslaw or something like that with it, and that would be really low carb too. And so anyhow, we may do that with the leftovers, but we'll see. But anyhow, we enjoyed the meal. We've got enough left over for another day, and so we're excited about it. We're excited about our St. Patrick's Day meal. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, a day ahead. And so anyway, we love you guys, appreciate you so much, and God bless you today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.